to get someone from over fat to normal body, that's what we do. We just...
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm here with Bart Kay. That's Professor Bart Kay for anyone that doesn't know. And there he is, right there, wearing his beautifully themed yellow fleece. Not a garment, not a towel, not a dressing gown, guys, not a robe. Anyway, we're going to be talking today about fat loss plateaus, how to get past them, different contexts for all the viewers out there that are wondering, you know, what do I do from like this, want to get to that, or like this, want to get to that. So today we're going to invent a fictional character. His name is going to be Teddy Bear. So this Teddy Bear is, let's say 30 years old. There he is. Lovely to see you.
30?
Very good.
You'd be pleased to be 30.
Yeah, I think he's older than that, isn't he?
He is. He's 52, 53.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an old timer now. He's about double my age. Well, better take him more seriously then. He must be much wiser than what I thought. Anyway, so the hypothetical today is, but we've got a gentleman or woman, either 20% fat for a male in terms of body fat and 30% body fat for a female, maybe 35. How are they going to get from that point, which is on the, in my opinion, the outside range of a healthy body fat, or slightly elevated maybe, down to maybe 10% if they're male, maybe 25% if they're female, assuming they want to go from no abs to abs. How are you going to do it? And if they got any plateaus that they come across along the way, what would you do?
All right. Well, first of all, we have to apply the first law of thermodynamics in it, and we have to count all the heat units. Yes, and we have to count heat units. That's what we do. And then magically somehow just counting heat units will mean that you'll lose fat off your body, because it's actually a magical incantation. So it is. All you have to do is say, it's just thermodynamics, isn't it? That's what you have to do. Nothing else, just that. And anyone that says otherwise just doesn't get it, and they're dumb. Or on this planet, in the reality that we actually find ourselves in, where today I shall be mostly wearing this yellow top, as you say, what we actually need to do is concern ourselves not with units of heat, nor actually with measurements of energy in any form, or even estimations of any of those things at all. What we need to do is make sure that the makeup of what we eat is correct for our speciation. Most of us are human beings. One of us is a small yellow teddy bear, but he's a breatharian, so that's okay. So what we need to do is we need to eat what a human being should eat. And if we do that, then the amount of that stuff that we eat will also be self-controlled, if you like, self-managed by this funky little thing that's evolved over, something like at least 13,800 million years, it seems. Because people say, no, life only evolved on this planet about 4 billion years ago. To which I say, well, where do you think it came from? Do you think it just spontaneously popped up on this planet? Or do you think it was delivered here? I think it was delivered here. So I'm going to say it's about 13.8, assuming that that's about the age of the universe, given the anthropic principle. However, there is now talk that the universe might be actually twice that old. Don't know. Anyway, long time. We have this thing, it's called hunger. And it's this message our brain sends us and says, you're hungry, eat some meat and fat. And then when you've eaten enough meat and fat, your body says, you know what? I'm quite full now. That's enough. You can stop. So what we do is we listen to those two, so long as what we put in is either muscle meat, or associated fat, hopefully of large ruminant animals, mostly. Other animals, up to 20%, bits and bobs, just for a bit of variety, and to give the cows a break, really. Do that for a long enough period of time, and a person's mass, in terms of their fat mass, will normalize over time as per their genetic design. That's pretty much the program. Yeah. To get someone from over fat to normal body, that's what we do. We just eat the right stuff, rinse and repeat for long enough. There are several other hacks there are several other things you can throw into that program as well, other than the diet. There are, 4 other things actually that are on my list of things that I always suggest to people. However, if you want to know more about the other 4, you can find out about that on my fine YouTube channel. There's a video called 5 Life Hacks or something like that, and it's got me on the thumbnail going like that.
I'll chuck it up on the screen around here somewhere as well, guys. So
awesome. And what that does is it shows you that there's 5 of them, and you can see the palm of my hand, which apparently makes me more trustworthy. So There you go. That's what I would do in that situation. Real straightforward.
It's just a good way for us aliens to fit in, to start emulating the, the palm actions and the smiles and the
live long and prosper.
That's the one.
Yeah,
I'd completely agree. I think, largely speaking, the average person that comes to a carnivorous diet, if they just eat to satiety, the meat and animal fat, they'll get to the end point that they want, which will be a lean, healthy body fat. There is some margin of deviation in terms of what that person's set point would be. So for me, my set point is probably realistically about 15%, where I've just about got faint abs, but I'm not shredded. That's my set point where I train best, feel best, my hormones best, sleeps best, all that sort of luck. Now there's other people, the other end of the spectrum, where they're very lean and they maintain leanness and their hormones are fine, they feel great, end of story. The eating satiety, they're not starving themselves, they're not doing a Thomas DeLauer using certain substances to maintain leanness, which is very obvious at this point to me, as someone that's seen it all, been there, done that. Now, there's going to be obviously a subset of people that will have food addiction, in which case I would highly recommend subscribing and looking at Bart Kay's partner's channel, which is Pim Johnson. And it's, what is the channel name again?
It's called
Food Freedom.
Food Freedom, yes, because she keeps changing it every year or so. Yes, that's one of those things. Food Freedom. Pim Johnson, PIMJANSSON, as in Swedish Johnson. It's Johnson with an A. So don't look for Pam Johnson. You won't find her. Her name's not Pam Johnson. It's Pim with an I, PIM Johnson with an A, JANSSON, and you'll find her. She's awesome. Most of the time. Sometimes she's not so awesome.
She's pretty cool. Yeah,
that's for another day.
I think you guys are pretty cool. It's just a shame you're the other side of the planet, which is a bit annoying. And I can't travel that I physically cannot travel that far, and certain things are happening at the moment which prevent you from coming over here. Plus, the interest in you coming over here would probably be quite slim. Given the certain genders going on right now. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. But yeah, I do come across a lot of people with food addiction issues, carbohydrate addiction, ultra processed food addiction. You know, it seems very obvious to me that some people just have to deal with that. But I think a lot of the time, not always, but it can be due to themselves. So what most people do that I work with, I'll say, you know, you want to go strict carnivore, you want to get all these benefits. Right, this is the best practice. It's the best thing you can possibly do right now to achieve a goal, and it's going to be largely what you've just said. The issue is they'll keep these things in the cupboard, this almond flour, these sweeteners, these erythritol, whatever you want to call it, and they'll start baking these keto goodies and things like that. And I think that is a distraction, and it prevents you from getting your goal. And I see it's time and time again, people start baking all these massive amounts of food, and whenever it says keto on it, it means basically, I'm going to destroy your gut microbiome, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to put loads of ingredients in here which don't serve you at all. Probably a bit better than eating a Mars bar, but it keeps that sweet taste. We know what happens with the sweet taste, the insulin secretion, and that addictive behavior, which just seems to come across all the time. Which is pretty funny, because we do see the Maasai and, tribes people going absolutely off their nut when they have honey and fruit and stuff. They enjoy it because it's addictive. That's the way it is, where sugar is addictive in its default form, I guess. So
check out my site at compositionconsultant.com, where your journey to peak performance and optimal health begins. With a degree in human nutrition and over 15 years of training experience, I've guided more than 400 carnivores to not just meet, but exceed their physique and performance goals. Through personalised consultations, comprehensive ebooks and dedicated coaching, I'm here to ensure your success. Join the ranks of those who have transformed their lives. It's time to align your physique goals with positive health outcomes. Build muscle and lose fat on the Carnivore Diet.